We got a couple updates going on. I know a lot of people have been asking about Devon Achane, and it sounds like he might be nearing return. So McDaniel said that Achane should be expected to return back to practice prior to the season opener. And assuming that's the case, then he has a shot at playing in week 1. So we got to see how he practices, obviously, but we've already gone over that calf strains are pretty high risk. If rushed back too early, especially if it's the soleus, the muscle underneath that Achilles tendon that's injured, puts greater stress on the gastroc and subsequently on that Achilles tendon, increasing the risk of Achilles tendonitis. So they do have to make sure that Achane is perfectly healthy before they get him back into play. Aside from that, we've already gone over what I think his increased risk of is for soft tissue injuries based on his weight, being in that 190 weight category and having multiple soft tissue injuries in the back, including this preseason. So a lot of people have been like, okay, cool, you're not trying to get Achane. Who are you going to draft? So obviously there's the obvious ones: Jamar Chase, Bijan, Saquon, Gibbs, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. I would like to take Christian McCaffrey. I've already said why I'm super high on him. Malik Neighbors, Puka, Nico. Other than that, we start getting into a gray area, but I would still take Brian Thomas over him. I'd take Drake London over him. I would take Chase Brown over him. I would take Kyren Williams over him. And I would consider him equal to the range of Derrick Henry and Brian Thomas. And that's not me saying that Achane is equivalent in talent to a lot of those players. I obviously think he's a home run play. I think he's got more talent than anyone aside from those top 8 to 9 players that I listed off. But his injury risk to me is pretty high, and that's what's making me drop him compared to those other players. Just some stats for you. Average return to play for NFL players for mild calf strains is about 12 to 13 days. Once again, we don't know what the grading is on either of these players, Jauan Jennings or Achane, but that's something to stick by. Can be longer than that though, can be up to 25 days in regards to more severe. Also, it is important to notice that the Dolphins did sign in veteran running backs Shampkin and Boone earlier this season for depth. Not saying those guys are going to take any carries significantly, but it is interesting that they signed 2 extra running backs. To another calf injury, Jauan Jennings. So basically, we don't really know if this is actually a calf injury. It sounds like he aggravated it supposedly, but it also sounds like their contract talks aren't really going anywhere. So with contract talks not going anywhere and the calf injury not proceeding well, it seems like they're considering putting him on IR. And so that's a player that going in the 7th round, I feel like you just shouldn't be targeting it at all. Other players that are going in that range that I like more is Jaylen Warren, Stephon Diggs, who I think is going to ball out. And then Ricky Pearsall and Matthew Golden. And I've already said before, I think Pearsall is the wide receiver to own in that offense. Seems like he is the only one that's healthy and seems to be building up a rapport with Brock Purdy.